5 tips for more effective volleys so you can take time away from your opponent and win more easy points. Many players are uncomfortable coming to the net or even scared to volley. But with these 5 tips, I'm going to show you how you can master this shot to take time away from our opponents. One of the sort of classic tactical moves, take time away from your opponent. And that is because simply you are closer. So instead of the ball coming over the net, bouncing, reaching a racket, coming all the way back, you're getting it before it bounces, pinging it back at them, giving them less than half the time to react than they would do. So it's a vital tool, whether you're serving and volleying or whether you're just using opportunities, seeing opportunities and coming in and taking that chance to put the ball away. Learning how to volley properly is going to massively elevate your game. So I'm going to take you through 5 essential tips so that you can make the volley an integral and decisive part of your game. When preparing to volley, it is essential that you get that racket and your hands up and forwards. There's no point in it being here, clutched close to your chest, butt of the racket in your stomach or tucked into your side. We want it out in front of us so that we are ready to go either way without having to do very much. If your racket always stays in front of you, you are ready to volley whichever side it comes to with the least amount of effort. You don't have to drag it up from your side to get it to a backhand volley. You don't have to drag it up from your backhand side to get to a forehand volley. It is just a simple case of moving the racket to one side or the other because it's already prepped, it's already in front of you for that contact that you want. When you're at the net, the ball is likely to come at you much faster, so you need the racket in this position so that you can react. There's no time to be messing about. If you start taking it back, moving it around here, ball's gone, lost your chance. Racket prepared early, hands, racket out in front of you so you can get a nice contact out in front. More on that later. You've now got your racket set up nicely in front, and this leads on perfectly to this point that you may have heard it because it is so important. For your volleys, we want to contact the ball out in front of us. We want to make sure that the racket, that our hands go forwards and we make contact well out in front with that stability that you need to be able to absorb the pace that's coming at you. Get the racket going forwards, make sure that contact is in front so you can be strong. If the racket's to the side of you, you're going to be really loose and weak. It's going to be really difficult to control. We need to push the racket away from us, get it in front so that we can have a lot of stability, because that's what we need at the net. We want to be like a brick wall, an iron fist, so we can ping volleys back and cause maximum damage to our opponent. Even if you were going to play a drop volley, which might be a little bit closer to you so you can cushion it over, we're still going to make contact out in front. We don't want to be right up in here because we just lose control, we lose stability. So whether you're cushioning it over, whether you're punching it through, that contact needs to be in front of your body to ensure great stability on your volleys. When we talk about our tennis technique, what we like to use is a principle called sensations. This is the feeling of contact when you play your shot. And this is so key because what it does is it accesses the cerebellum, the part of your brain that is in charge of movement and instinctive movement at that, more so than thinking your way through the shot. Thinking is really slow, the cerebellum and feeling is very fast. And that's what we want to do when we are playing the volley. When we're at the net, it is very fast. The ball's coming at us quickly. We've got less time to react. So we need to access this. And we do this by choosing the right sensation to play the volley. I would start out with simply a block. Think of yourself as a wall. Your volley is a shield. Get the racket out in front, as we've discussed, and you're just blocking the ball back. This has intrinsic understanding of what we're supposed to do. A block isn't going to have any swing. It's not going to have any lift or follow through. It's just going to be racket in the way of the ball and block. And it's as simple as that. If you channel that idea and just block the ball back, you will be amazed at the consistency, at the stability of your volleys. If we were going to speed things up, if we wanted to generate a little bit more, maybe we were looking at a thump, maybe we're looking at a punch, a thud, something that's going to give a little bit more and is going to instinctively apply some racket movement, a short little movement, but it is that short movement, block, punch, thump, something that's small that is going to mean you're going to have the best consistency on your volleys and be able to make much more of them. The time has already been taken away from your opponent by being at the net, so we don't need to have big cuts and big lashes at the ball. Get the racket into the right place, block it back, thump it back, whatever it might be, but keep that racket movement small so that you can make more and more volleys. For solid bulletproof volleys, you need to make sure that the head of the racket is above your hand. We're creating this L shape, we're creating strength in here. Unlike your ground strokes where you want to feel loose, we want to be able to whip the ball around, for example, we want the volleys to be absolutely rock solid, and we want our wrist to be rock solid. By keeping the racket head above our hand, we're able to keep this L and keep this strength so that no matter how fast the ball comes at us, we are ready to block it back. We don't want to see the racket head dropping below. That's what we're going to do to create topspin. We're not creating topspin, or very unlikely to be creating topspin off these volleys. We want it solid. We want the racket above our hand so we can be firm, so we can be solid, so we can dominate at the net. Don't let it drop. Keep it up. Now, my final tip is one that is going to change your volleys. It is going to add so much punch on them, so much pop, and you're going to be so thrilled the next time you step onto court and volley. And it is as simple as making 2 movements. So as we close into the net, when the ball is on our opponent's strings, we're going to stop. That might be your split step, but you're just, whatever it is, you're ready to go off in whichever direction. Then you're making a second movement, and this is the key. You make a second movement towards the ball, diagonally towards it, so that you're creating pressure. So often people get to their position at the net, they play their foot, they stand there and they wait. They might have their racket in front of them. They might be ready to make contact in front, but they haven't got any weight behind it because they're not making that second movement. So you move in, you split step, and then you move again towards the ball. It's this movement towards the ball that's going to give you more power, more control, and more stability. It is absolute game changer if you start doing it correctly. Set your feet, move again, dominate with volleys. So if you follow these 5 tips, your volley game is going to reach new heights, and you're going to become a dominant player with a lot more variety in your game. We've talked about the sensation that you use, blocking it, thumping it back, whatever it might be that's going to work for you, that's going to access that cerebellum and get you moving in the right way. We've talked about the way we move twice, we set once and then we go again. Vitally important and so often overlooked. We spoke about the preparation, get those hands and that racket up and out in front. That leads to that contact being in front as well. And finally, with that contact, we want to be strong. We're a brick wall now, and we want that nice solid L shape between forearm and racket, keeping the racket head above your hand at all times to give maximum stability. If you've done all this, your volleys are going to be tremendous, and you are welcome. Ben's done a fabulous serve and volley top 5, so check that out as well. But if you need a big serve to go with your volley, if you want to get to the net behind a big huge serve, we've also got a brand new serving course called Serve Faster. The link is in the description below, or anywhere else you see the PH logo. So don't hesitate, click on that link and get going. As always, don't forget to like, follow, share and subscribe so you never miss a thing from PH Tennis.